Enjoy the spectacular performances of world-class musicians gathered in Gangwon-do Province for the PyeongChang Winter Music Festival. Witness the world becoming one in the name of food and culture at the global marketplace of the PyeongChang Cultural Olympiad. The exquisite illuminating beauty of traditional Najeon Crafts is mesmerizing modern-day people with 21st century allure. Learn more about Korea's traditional crafts, Najeon. Korean traditional embroidery has captured the aesthetic qualities of our nation throughout history. Find out about this artistic heritage and efforts to preserve it. Gangwon-do Province has been at the center of world attention in recent months as the host of the PyeongChang Winter Olympics. Along with top athletes, world-class musicians also gathered in the province for the PyeongChang Winter Music Festival. Using the universal language of music, they unite East and West, tradition and modernity. Take a glimpse at the event. On February 3rd, a week before the opening of the PyeongChang Winter Olympics, a group of domestic and foreign musicians gathered together. They were practicing their opera for the PyeongChang Winter Music Festival, which is held in conjunction with the Winter Games to enrich the hearts and souls of the visitors.
이번 겨울음악제는요, 평창 동계올림픽을 축하하고 또 평화와 화합의 올림픽 메시지를 담고자 실내악, 또 춤, 성악과 합창, 그리고 오케스트라까지 다양한 장르를 세계 각국 최정상 아티스트들이 꾸미는 갈라 콘서트 형식으로 진행했어요.
The virtuoso siblings, Jeong-myung-hwa and Jeong-kyung-hwa, have been serving as artistic directors for the festival for 7 years. At this edition, Jeong-myung-hwa showcased her prowess as a cellist as well through the world premiere of PyeongChang Hungboga, also known as Song of Hungbo. It's a crossover of pansori, Korean traditional musical storytelling, and Western classical music featuring cellist Jung and veteran pansori singer An Suk-sun. Based on Hungboga, one of the 5 traditional pansori, it emphasizes the love between the two brothers, Hungbo and Norbo.
형제의 우애와 어떤 화합을 강조하는 가장 유머가 있는 작품이 흥보가거든요. 근데 이번 평창 동계올림픽의 취지도 아마 그 평화, 화합 이런 것이기 때문에 제가 그 흥보가를 작품의 소재로 선택했고요. 그 중에서 특히 박타는 대목은 이렇게 그 보호표 박씨로 박을 타면서 복을 받는 내용이라서 세계인들에게 어떤 그런 복을 기원하면서 평창 올림픽의 어떤 성공적인 개최를 기원하기 위해서 썼습니다.
Since the piece would feature in the grand finale of the festival, all the musicians gave their best to fine-tune their performance.
음악이 굉장히 좋은 에너지를 많이 주잖아요. 그래서 저희 홍보가 마지막에도 안숙 선생님께서 평창 올림픽 대박 나서 이런 말씀을 하시는 구절이 있는데 그렇듯이 이제 굉장히 저희가 좋은 에너지를 줘서 이제 평창 올림픽이 긍정적인 에너지를 좀 드렸으면 하는 바람입니다.
Later in the day, the audience filled the concert venue. The concert finally began amid much anticipation. With a total of 17 pieces, the musicians presented the ultimate auditory feast, lasting about 2 hours. PyeongChang Hungboga receives an inspiring response from the audience. The master singer complements the deep, dignified sound of the cello. The singer's raspy voice evoked images of the saw, the cello, and piano, covered the entire spectrum of sound, and the drum added a sense of tension. Together, they reenacted the gourd-cutting scene from the original piece, in which Hungbo opens a gourd containing treasures in return for his good deeds. At the main stadium of the Winter Olympics, the piece spread a message of peace and harmony, along with the humor and wit of Korean traditional music. What did the audience think of the concert?
평창 올림픽이 이렇게 하는 지역에서 살면서 이렇게 음악제도 보고 이렇게 하니까 더 의미가 뜻깊은 것 같아요.
The festival fueled the Olympic craze in Gangneung, which finally reached its peak in PyeongChang on the 10th. The jazz band Seum also gave their concert at the event.
So we're actually coming to Korea to see the Olympic Games, and we were coming around the cultural pavilion and seeing the sights for Korea and the cultural tradition.
Combining the Korean traditional instruments, 장구 and 가야금, with Western instruments, trumpet, and saxophone, they presented a unique melodic harmony. Combining East and West, the performance embodied the Olympic spirit of peace and harmony, along with athletes' pain and agony. Both musicians and athletes battled themselves to surpass their limitations. Musicians relate to the athletes through music by depicting victory over life's challenges and pain.
이런 올림픽에 출전한 선수들도 몇 년에 한 번씩 있는 이 대회를 위해서 부지런히 끊임없이 노력을 했을 텐데요. 늘 최고의 공연을 보여줄 수 없는 것처럼 늘 최고의 경기를 보여줄 수는 없겠지만 그래도 늘 최선을 다해서 공연하는 것처럼 최선을 다해서 좋은 경기가 되었으면 좋겠네요.
The festival will move back to Gangneung on the 16th for the finale performance.
제가 원래 세움 팬이었는데 이렇게 실황 라이브로 보게 돼가지고 너무 멋졌습니다.
It was amazing. The combination of all the instruments were fabulous. I had such a great time.
But the event will continue to highlight the passion and dedication of all participants of the Winter Games and bridge Korea with the rest of the world even after its conclusion. The PyeongChang Winter Music Festival shared the thrill and excitement of the global sporting event through music. Embodying the Olympic spirit, the festival touched the whole world. The PyeongChang Cultural Olympiad has finally kicked off together with the Winter Games. The Olympiad will be offering various cultural programs throughout the Olympic period. Let's visit the site to enjoy the festival. In PyeongChang, Gangwon-do Province, the PyeongChang Festival Park opened. Visitors can experience the excitement of not only Korea, but also many other countries through food, products, and performances. Global Marketplace is certainly one of the most popular spots. 14 teams of chefs offer the essence of their country's traditional cuisines, serving 112 dishes.
올림픽 기간 중에 평창 대관령을 방문하는 관광객들에게 다양한 외국 음식과 문화 공연을 제공하고자 이번 글로벌 마켓플레이스 세계음식문화관을 준비하게 되었습니다.
This event offers a harmonious composition of participating countries and continents to give people the chance to better understand different cultures and histories through food. Each booth is equipped with a proper kitchen to cook and serve the dishes on site. The Polish vendor offers hearty kwambuki at the event. This dish features a lot of vegetables in it. Boiled cabbage leaves wrapped around a filling of minced pork or beef.
Served with wrapped cabbage, rice, meat, onion in tomato sauce. It's very warming and it meets Korean and Polish culture together because of the rice.
How did this Spanish gentleman enjoy the dish?
First, it tastes really sweet because of the tomato. Then when you keep going to eat, you have the flavor of the spicy, fantastic.
In the Mexican booth, using healthy ingredients, the chefs offered an authentic taste of Mexican food.
In Mexico, tacos are known for being street food and finger food. So Mexicans eat it everywhere, anywhere, on the street, in small places, and you can fill it and make it a taco with whatever you want.
There, she offered tacos and quesadillas, two of the Mexican classic dishes, which are popular all over the globe. All the chefs present their dishes with great pride. They're more like athletes getting a taste of healthy competition.
I love that there's so many different food options. Like you have all the options you want, like pizza, dumplings, stir fry, sandwiches, everything is right here.
I'm from Spain myself. I have traveled a lot, and I feel that they have brought their own taste. It's not like a typical restaurant where it tastes very generic. I feel that in here you can taste the actual country food. And I think it's a very good place to really taste the international real food from the home country.
Along with the food fest, various cultural performances took place throughout the day to heighten festive vibes. The non-verbal performance troupe, Ongars, presented a comedy performance. And the cheerful carnival march added to the amusement.
This marketplace, both the food booths and the performance, I like it best, and including the Korean food history inside this place. I like it very much.
Meanwhile, the Korean booth held a special cooking show for foreign visitors. With Chef Edward Kwon. Born in Gangwon-do Province, he developed 10 special dishes using PyeongChang's delicacies together with the Olympic Committee to spread Korean cuisine to the world.
A lot of people knows about the bibimbap, but some people might not really familiar with it. So obviously I try to mix it up with their culture, which is basically salad, and then our bibimbap, so twisting each other. So even Koreans or even tourists or foreigners who comes to actually PyeongChang can enjoy it. So that's why I selected actually bibimbap salad.
The dish also conveyed his hope to narrow the gap between Korea and the rest of the world and activate more cultural exchanges with other countries using the Olympics and food. The global marketplace will be open throughout the Winter Games until the 25th of the month, and then reopen on March 8th to the 18th for the Paralympics. The PyeongChang Winter Olympics aims to be a cultural Olympics in which everyone around the globe unites in the name of culture. Full of novel and varied programs, the Olympiad will definitely bring the Winter Games closer to that goal. Najeon is one of the most representative forms of Korean traditional crafts, known for its exquisite patterns and illuminating beauty. This 1,000-year-old traditional heritage is finding itself a part of modern culture. Let's see how this movement began. This is Korea's first Najeon Crafts Museum, opened in Seoul in 2014. With furniture, everyday items, and ornaments, it displays some 300 modern and contemporary pieces of Najeon art, created during the Joseon Dynasty and after the Japanese occupation.
조선 후기에 그 끊음질의 양상을 볼 수 있는 다양한 작품들이 있습니다. 이후에 사람들이 그 별로 관심을 갖지 않았던 일제 강점기 때에 저희가 작품들을 많이 가지고 있는데 그게 저희 소장품의 큰 특징이라고 할 수 있습니다.
Najeon literally means mother of pearl in Korean, and the term refers to a traditional inlaying technique using mother of pearl, the iridescent layer that forms inside these shells of mollusks. The museum offers a myriad of Najeon pieces, including those with the 10 traditional symbols of longevity, landscape paintings, dragons, and plum flowers, causing audiences to stand in awe of our cultural legacy. The highlight of the exhibition, however, is Pebbles. It's a collection of stone-shaped sculptures with lacquered surfaces inlaid with mother of pearl. They shine like bright jewelry.
결을 따라서 자개를 하나씩 박아놓은 건데 굉장히 섬세하고 아름다웠습니다.
This piece stays true to traditional techniques and materials, yet displays a striking influence from contemporary sculpture. Created by Najeon artisan Sam-yong. It is his modern take on authentic Korean heritage. This is Hwang's studio in Namyangju City, Gangwon-do Province, where he creates all of his masterpieces. The artisan cuts mother of pearl into thin slices, as thin as thread, and then affixes them to the work surface. It's an ancient technique that has long been used to create geometric patterns, text, and depth.
절삭 기법을 해가지고 주름질을 올려가지고 그 공백을 메우는 게 끄는 기법이거든요. 공백을 메우는 것도 아무 의미 없이 메우는 것이 아니고 하늘 같은 뭐 구름이 뭐 구름, 또 뭐 폭포 뭐 폭포, 물결이 뭐 물결.
These 0.4mm thick strips of mother of pearl covered the curved pebble. He adhered the mother of pearl to the surface before finally varnishing it with lacquer. The whole process is labor-intensive and time-consuming, as it takes him some 300 hours just to create a small piece. What's more, it can take over a year for a larger project. Pebbles broke the conventional boundaries of Korean traditional Najeon Crafts. How did the artist come up with the piece?
아예 이제 우리 전통과 현대를 어우러진 작품을 만들었습니다. 옛날에는 장롱이나 문가, 화장대, 뭐 보석감 이런 위주로 했는데 제 이 작품은 현대화 방식이 돼가지고 그냥 작품 위주로만 만들었습니다.
Hwang's artistry is well appreciated overseas as well. He has created a total of 24 mother-of-pearl pieces to date, and 17 of them have been sold to galleries and collectors in the UK, Switzerland, France, and the US.
자개라는 것은 색을 인위적으로 입은 것이 아니고 자연의 자기 색깔이잖아요. 근데 색깔이 참 화려하고 영롱하거든, 자개가요. 그 빛을 보고 아마 외국인들이 반하고 감탄을 하지 않았나.
Hwang began to create Najeon pieces at the age of 17 in his brother's art studio. After leaving his brother's business, the artist had to make ends meet, so he began inlaying animals onto large wooden sculptures using mother of pearl. Besides that, there were many obstacles to overcome in order to create his signature work, Pebbles, and become what he is today.
불이 나버리더라고요. 그러니까 하늘에서 이 짓 하지 말라고 불이 나는가 싶어가지고 사실 마냥자실해가 산에만 다녔어요. 근데 산을 한 1년 정도 다니니까 이게 또 하고 싶어 미치겠는 거예요. 못 견디겠더라고요.
Hwang dedicated his whole life to Najeon Crafts. Sadly, traditional crafts are losing popularity in the present era, with only a few people remaining in the field. That's why he tries to pass down his skills to as many people as possible.
본인이 좋아서 지금까지 하신 거를 젊은 사람들이 와서 배운다고 하면은 너무 좋아하셔서 다 이렇게 주시더라고요.
뭐 다보타입이나 스카탑 같은 거, 또 뭐 강화문, 숭례문 같은 이런 형태를 미니어처를 만들어 가지고 전시를 하고 싶은 게 제 마지막 꿈이거든요.
Hwang is trying his utmost for the world to treasure the beauty and excellence of both Najeon crafts and Korean traditional culture. His heartfelt efforts bequeath this wonderful craft art to the world and future generations. Taking the old to make something new, tradition combined with modernity, Najeon Crafts have entered a historic new phase with contemporary elements. They are providing direction for the Korean arts and culture industry to help preserve and develop its heritage. Korean traditional embroidery shows the ultimate art of handicraft, with every stitch epitomizing the labor and dedication required. This traditional legacy is gaining momentum once again with slick 21st century allure. Let's discover the beauty of Korean traditional embroidery. This gallery is on Gangwon-do Island, Incheon. A collection of over 100 pieces of Korean traditional embroidery has been on display since January, representing the zenith of Korean handicraft.
전통적인 의미를 발굴하는 그 작업에서 전통적인 자수, 또 현대를 짊어지고 가는 본인의 그 예술성 그런 것이 부합이 돼서 기획을 하게 됐습니다.
From norige, a Korean traditional ornament for the hanbok, to the traditional wrapping cloth, bojagi, all kinds of everyday props become pieces of art with colorful embroidery. With its origins dating back to the Cro-Magnon days, embroidery is commonly found in both Eastern and Western countries. Still, Korean traditional embroidery is in a league of its own, with voluminous and dynamic impressions created by multiple twisted strands of silk thread. Royal costumes offer the quintessence of Korean embroidery. Hwarot, a princess's bridal robe, and a ceremonial coronet are also decorated with silk flower patterns.
도시 생활을 하면서 또 저도 나이 먹어가면서 이런 자수들을 볼 기회가 거의 없었어요, 정말로.
이렇게 한 땀 한 땀 이렇게 정성 들여서 했다는 것 자체가 이런 것에 대해서 감탄했고 참 좋은 작품을 오늘 봤다 생각합니다.
All these colorful, exquisite pieces have been created by one master artisan. It's Lee Jung-suk, with over 40 years of her life dedicated to traditional embroidery.
가장 우리나라께 세계화될 수 있다는 생각을 갖고 내가 잘할 수 있는 게 뭐였나 다시 한번 생각하면서 20대에 취미로 했던 작업을 40대에 다시 시작하게 되었어요. 제가 이 전통 자수 기법으로서 어떻게 세계화할 수 있고 이거를 아트로 풀 수 있는 예술의 세계로 성장하고 싶어서 연구를 하고 작업을 하고 있습니다.
Since inheriting the Korean cultural asset, she's been putting a modern twist on the traditional heritage, which used to only feature the country's 5 basic colors called 오방색, red, black, blue, white, and yellow.
이 작품은 봉황 홀레용 자수 보자기인데요. 채색 보자기를 자수로 표현하는데 너무 힘들었어요. 근데 이 작업할 때 가장 행복했습니다.
This is Lee's studio, where she spends most of her day. With Korean New Year approaching, she's been busy decorating lucky bags. Production time varies depending on the size and complexity of embroidery, ranging from 5 to 6 hours to 4 to 5 years.
이게 고요할 때는 바늘이 이제 천을 통과하는 비단실 싹싹 소리가 나요.
Lee combines traditional embroidering patterns and techniques with pastel-colored thread. The stark contrast between tradition and modernity further articulates the extravagant, voluminous, and exquisite qualities of embroidery, satisfying the taste of today's people.
저는 그 작품에 대해서 기획을 할 때 그 작품의 성향에 맞게끔 실에 대한 염색을 1도부터 5도까지 하는 채도를요, 1도부터 8도까지도 그 글라데이션을 합니다. 그래서 그 작품에 맞는 색을 따로 염색을 하기 때문에 저만의 작품 세계가 있는 것 같아요.
Back in 2014, Lee presented her bojagi to Pope Francisco during his visit to Korea. With elaborate flowers and trees made of some 30 different colors of thread.
국빈 작가로서 작품을 정부에서 사쿠라만상을 했는데 해외를 나가보니까 그 사람들이 더 인정하는데 아, 내가 너무 나를 몰랐구나. 그리고 내 작품 세계를 몰랐구나. 내 작품을 내가 더 사랑을 해야 되겠구나. 그런 계기가 됐던 것 같아요.
These days, the artist is focusing more on her activities abroad, so Korean traditional embroidery can receive more recognition and appreciation from the world.
해외전이 이제 올해부터 시작을 해서 5년 동안 단계별로 추진이 되고 있습니다. 그래서 제가 눈이 보이는 날까지는 술을 놓을 것이고요. 걸어 다닐 수 있으면 세계를 나갈 것이고, 그 다음에 이제 많은 후배들이 갈 수 있게 제가 어렵게 간 길을 열어서 함께 갈 수 있는 길을 도모하려고 노력하고 있습니다.
In this technological era, it's hard to imagine dedicating months and years to creating a single piece of work. However, Lee endures that labor for the sole purpose of preserving Korea's cultural heritage and spreading it to the world. Every stitch captures labor and devotion. That craftsmanship is what makes Korean traditional embroidery a unique gift for the entire world.